24 hours of Spa, coming at you from Alpha Corsa Team Yellow. We're in the 4th split in iRacing time slot for this race. Qualified 7th, courtesy of Brown. And yeah, here we go with the race start. Now the livery for the car hasn't loaded properly yet, so we come by there in the BMW M4 GT3. Huge field. We got 47 cars. I got a counter in the bottom showing the hours and the teams left loosely. So here we go, race start on board Tom's car. Decent jump, got held up a little bit by the Porsche on the inside line, so this AMG gets a better run. Pretty awesome camera angle. Yeah, so now going down the straight. You want to keep things super cool here. No big risks. There have been many lap 1 incidents in all races, even the 24-hour. So we're hoping for a clean start here, and there hasn't been a wreck through Eau Rouge. Looking back down through the field, impressive stuff to start. Oh, Tom gets a bit of a run, and the AMG stepped out, so that gave him an opportunity to kind of send it down the inside line here. Totally caught number 24 sleeping on that one. Heading down through No Name. This AMG steps out just a little bit of dust kick up, lost some drive, and we're able to promote up to 5th on the first lap. That is an outstanding start to the race. Couldn't have asked for anything better. And the fact that it was clean for everybody. The whole field would go 2.5 laps, actually, of clean racing. So that's good to see. Great way to start a 24-hour race. Now into lap 3, here's that purple AMG. Still behind us. Watch his left rear. Just clips a little bit of that inside curb and paint. Full throttle, spins it around. Gets hit once. And then twice, taking out 2 competitors there. 6th and 11th on lap 3. Here it is from the Porsche's angle. Yeah, he just committed to the inside line, didn't brake properly or well. So that accident stacks up people heading down into No Name. We see Iron Monkey get spun around by number 44. There's going to be more contact as he drifts back across the racing line. Not much he can do, but that takes out 20th, 22nd, and 25th. I mean, obviously they will, well, some of them will continue on to do the rest of the 24 hours, but if you're trying to do a flawless 24 hours, man, you're compromised right there 10 minutes in. Really frustrating for those teams. But, you know, this is the nature of endurance racing. On board Brown, heading down on lap 4 to Eau Rouge. He's got a great run here. Maybe he did the most subtle of throttle lifts so that he doesn't bump into the back of him. But this is going to be your classic overtake. Yeah, nothing that team can do. Take that inside line. Perfect pass. I mean, that's respectful racing, I think, from both cars, especially knowing how much of a race we got to go here. So here we have the Stevie Wonder driving school team, otherwise known as Avantis Racing. They were 9th, but I don't know. Ferrari got away with that kind of mid-engine design, I guess. Stepped away from him. So all these cars have ABS and traction control. You're trying to tune them so that you don't make mistakes. So here's that Porsche. We're on lap 46. You can see him on the power drive. It's stepping out. So if I was him, I would know that, especially coming into this next turn, that maybe I need to change my traction control and maybe I need to do a different approach. Instead, he commits inside line. There's a bit of a throttle lift, causing that rear to just snake a little bit more, and another competitor down. That was 12th running. Moving on to lap 62, we've got our first driver change. Spatch is in the car, and we've got a Porsche right behind number 24. Now, he's been in a couple highlight videos so far. It's always tough on the driver change because you're trying to get up to speed, but the track has changed. You can see the sun is beginning to set in the background. Track temperature is still hot. Porsche's got a run on us. Just as easy as we had a pass before, now you've got to let one through. I mean, it's just the way this racing goes. Now watch inside left. Oh, just like we saw earlier with that purple AMG, just clipped a little bit of that paint and the paint of the bumper there on power, but Thomas did a great job saving it there. Again, we lose 2 spots, but the fact that we didn't have a wreck, the fact that the car is still running, that's what you want. That's what you need in an endurance race. And it's a perfect example of saving a mistake from being a worse problem. We see 4th place on 6 on lap 67. It looks like he's got the pass done into bus stop, but number 27 was just super lazy. Either let them go or defend harder. Don't sit in the middle ground. That would actually cause damage to that other Iron Monkey, so both Iron Monkey cars out with damage. By lap 92, the AFT number 27 car has been promoted to 4th. Must have seen this car, at least had yellows, but makes the wrong decision, runs into Placebo, and then gets smacked from behind by Twitchy Foot. This takes out 4th, 11th, and 33rd. He should have slowed up more, running in 4th, and you know what? Paid the price for not doing that. And there you can see us drive through. On board Alpha Corsa, we see cars spun out in front. That's all you got to do. You just got to drop a couple of gears, jump on the brakes. Great job. All right, now we're going to be moving into the night racing on lap 145. We're going to look at the leader here, heading into Lake Home. Gets the braking all screwed up, hits the escape road, thinks he has it, spins back across the racing line, and stripped the dip, running in 4th. Runs right into the side of him. Both cars, huge damage. We're on board the gyro camera of the 4th place car. I understand the greed here of thinking, the leader's off, I'll just run right past, but you know what? You should have shown some caution there, because if you can't dodge him, you know, there's the result. Lap 240, I'm in for my first stint. I also make a mistake under braking, hit the rubble, the clag, but at least I find the escape road, I kill enough speed, and I don't go creaming across the track. So, you know, again, you can make mistakes, but you have to make a better recovery. Now, lap 279, we're still running in 3rd. We have 4th in front of 15th. 15th is looking to, I guess, unlap themselves or execute their strategy here, and so 4th lifts off the throttle, lets this Porsche go by, but big wiggle, he then comes right back across the circuit, collects 4th place, who thought they were doing him a solid, but ends up getting collected in that. Yeah, you can see that just a little. You can't lift on the Porsche throttle like that, especially not at apex. It just throws the whole thing off. With 10 hours to go, we're down to just 26 teams, and 1st and 2nd are this close. Porsche desperately trying to take down Hunter Racing and their Ferrari, willing to risk all of the danger zones, eating up curbs. This 911 is hunting. Oh, but he has a moment, a weird twitch off into the wall. Here's the onboard. Hard to tell. I mean, was it a misshift, a gear failure? You know, like, was it mechanical to the peripheral? He should have shifted. I don't know why I didn't, you know? So there you go. Speaking of Hunter Racing, this was a 2-man operation. They ran the entire event side by side, their rigs. I suppose not sleeping. I didn't see the stream itself. They even put their faces on the side of the car, so I thought it was an amazing adventure. There's the other face. Amazing endeavor they embarked on, and I thought, you know what, we got to show their fast lap. They were only 1/10 of a second slower than the fastest lap from another car way down the order. But these guys, first place for hours and hours and hours, putting in the fastest laps, the most consistent laps, and they were tough to catch. They built up a 2-lap lead over us in second place here on my onboard. Here's my closest encounter to death. Oof, hitting that danger curb on the entry. We've known all event to avoid that. Here it is again. There's just something about the lip of that curb into Puhan. You have to just fully commit and go over it like we previously saw the Porsche, or don't even get near it. But I, again, made the mistake, but found a way to collect it. So now here is a collage of everyone's individual fastest lap put together within the 24-hour time period. So Tom got the fastest lap of the squad, just 100th and change faster than Ross. He also got a solid slipstream here. So I'll just kind of switch through cameras here, and you'll clearly see the change of day and driver and their lap time. So shout out to everybody being super fast and consistent, clean. Spatch set the slowest of all the fastest laps. I was faster by 0.001, and this isn't even his fastest lap. However, we noticed that a certain team was in the pit lane, unscheduled pit stop. Here we see Hunter Racing with an hour to go. Doesn't get the car turned in, heads out into the sand, catches the underlip of pavement, smashing the rear axle. And let's see how bad the damage is. Oh no, can't even drive it back straight. And so on lap 592, Satch is in the car. We drive past the pit lane and we see, oh, you know what? They're not coming out. So he flashes the lights. We are able to assume the lead. And just like that, just a few more clean laps later, he brings it home and giving us Alpha Corsa team our first Spa 24-hour victory. Congratulations, everybody. Well done. A testament to consistent, clean racing, respecting other competitors. Yeah, just a great accomplishment. Here's the standings. Amazingly, 4 cars, the podium, on the lead lap. Remarkable after a 24-hour period. One last shout out to Hunter Racing and what they tried to do. Hope everyone enjoyed the video.